What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button, and if you enjoy this video, definitely smash the like button. So guys, as the title says, I'm going to be showing you guys every single model of what's done to my 2019 Honda Civic Type R FK8. So definitely, guys, if you guys really enjoy this video and love what I've done to the Type R, definitely smash the like button. All right, guys, so if you guys are new to the channel and have not seen any of the install videos on my Type R, guys, this is my 2019 Honda Civic Type R in this color called Rally Red from Honda. Red is one of my favorite colors, so that's the main reason why I went with red. Red is just a color that stands out and pop, and it catches your eye, especially when you're driving on the road. You rarely see a lot of red cars on the road. Red usually catches your eye, it pops. But yes, guys, this car is full bolt-on tune. You guys can see some of the mods I've done to the car. The car is 99% almost done everything that I wanted to do to the car. The Type R is a crazy looking car from the factory, guys. Tires and wheels and lower alone completely transform the whole look of the car, the stance of the car. This car is from the factory an aggressive, crazy looking car, guys. From the factory, this thing catches your eye. I get compliments randomly. Stopped at the gas station, at the light, people are showing me love and support. They're like, man, this thing looks clean, this thing looks amazing, I love what you did to the car, it stands out, it catches people's eye. Some people look at the car and be like, man, I've never seen one of these before, this thing looks crazy. There's so much stuff going on. Car looks very sharp and it looks amazing. When I first got this 2019 Honda Civic Type R and I picked it up from the dealership, first owner, brand new, 11 miles on it, the first thing I did was went home and washed this car. And the first thing I noticed when washing this car is, after washing the car and then when it was time to drying it, it took me forever to dry this car. It took me like 2 hours to dry this car. This car has, as you guys can see, there is a lot of stuff going on. There's so many nooks and crannies and crevices and sharp areas, and this car is very aggressive. It has all those little things right here. It has little cuts in the headlights. It has all these little right here in the grill, the vent. There's so many nooks and crannies. So one thing I try to do was find information on how do people keep this car clean. I like keeping my car clean, but this thing is next level. There's so much things going on. You're gonna open up the hatch, water will be everywhere, water will fall out. So the first thing, guys, I did was I got this car detailed and ceramic coated. And guys, I also bought a blower for this car. This was definitely a must for sure, guys. This is like, anyone that has a Type R knows this car for sure needs to get ceramic coated. So that was the first thing I did. Got the whole car detailed, ceramic coated, and I also PPF the front of the car. So I'm gonna tell you guys all the areas that I got PPF. So all the areas that I got PPF was the hood scoop, that grill, the emblem has PPF on it, the headlights have PPF on it, the front bumper has PPF on it, that lip that you guys see has PPF on it all over as well, and this fog lights have PPF on it, and this whole black thing as well have PPF as well. So this whole bumper, these little slits have PPF on it. The fenders, each side has PPF on it. The whole side skirt, I went ahead and just did the whole side skirt, guys, has PPF on it. This whole red mirror has PPF on it. And I also did PPF on this side piece right here, and it stops right here. You guys might be able to see it on video, but you can see where the air stops. And I also PPF this whole roof fully PPF, guys. Especially with the car lower now and things flying over it, definitely stuff, any type of bugs or any type of rocks and debris would definitely hit it with that little curve, as you guys can see. So I just went ahead and PPF the whole roof as well. And guys, I PPF this whole spoiler on the back as well. This is an aftermarket carbon spoiler as well, and I'm gonna go over what it is as well. So the first thing I did was go ahead, got this car detailed, ceramic coated, and PPF the whole front end. So basically they detail the car, put the PPF on there, and there's ceramic coat on top of the PPF. When I'm washing the car, all I have to do is rinse it off, and all I got to use is a blower. In 30 minutes the whole car is done. 30 to 45 minutes the whole car is done, and the wheels. So that is a plus. And the wheels have been ceramic coated as well. These aftermarket wheels have been ceramic coated, so that is a plus. 30 to 45 minutes compared to 2 hours. I'll take the 30 to 45 minutes any day, guys. The next thing that I did to this car, guys, was I tinted this car as well. I did 15% all around, so I did 15% here, 15%. The rear window we also did 15%, as you guys can see. And I believe the strip, usually strip in the front, is always 5%. So I did the strip, and I came down to where that little V shape is for the rear view mirror. Came down perfectly right there. So I went ahead and did 15% all around, so I keep some of that heat out, and when you get back in your car it's a lot cooler. So definitely, guys, tint is a must, especially when it's summertime. And let's talk about the sign. So I just talked about the tint, and I also did these visors. These are Mugen rain visors, and you guys could probably see the Mugen logo right there. What are rain visors? So they usually stick outside of the window, and what they do is while you're driving you can crack the window a little bit, and you can get airflow coming through the window without cracking the window too much while it's raining. And if it's raining out, you could crack the window too, because the water is not going to drip inside of the car. So even when you're driving, you can crack the window a little bit. So that is dope, and it gives it a nice sick kind of side profile as well. It makes it pop from the side as well. Makes it look a little bit more aggressive instead of it just being that whole big L-shaped window. So it definitely makes the side of the profile of the car look very aggressive and stand out and catches your eye. So if you guys see this grill right here, this is the EVS grill. So what EVS does is basically they use the OEM grill, and basically they make these cuts so more airflow can get to the radiator and keep the car cool. So I thought that was amazing design, but clean but simple. It doesn't take away from the car. It looks like from the factory, but you still got that extra cooling going on as well. So that's the reason why I went with the EVS grill. Next thing we're going to talk about is this carbon fiber Varus extension splitter right here. So this piece right here is made out of carbon fiber, as you guys can see, and it says Varus. Looks nice, and that's just basically a sticker comes from Varus that sticks on there. And guys, it's an addition to the factory OEM lip. So for the front of the car, I wanted to change it up a bit and have something else that makes it stand out. It's bolted on underneath the lip, so it has a nut and bolt, so it's not going nowhere. And it also comes with this weather stripping on the side that goes on the edge of the lip that contacts between the OEM lip and this carbon fiber splitter. The water and air can just glide right off of it. So that's pretty dope that Varus thought of that as well. With the car lowered, it definitely stands out and catches your eye. For the side markers, these are the factory orange side markers. I upgraded them with LED bulbs, so at nighttime they look very bright and pop at night. It has like a nice little reflection bouncing off the ground too, which looks dope. Let's get to the rear of the car. And for the rear of the car, guys, I noticed you guys are probably noticing this rear spoiler section is by Varus. It is full carbon fiber, and guys, this thing definitely on the car looks aggressive. And you guys can see there's the logo right there, Varus, and that is the authentication sticker from Varus as well on there. So guys, this whole thing has PPF on it as well. This thing stands out, looks very aggressive. You guys can see it in the sun right there, even the bottom right there as well. And then you got that Varus logo right there. It looks sick. Definitely makes the car stand out a lot from the side, and it really pops. I really love like OEM plus style builds. I don't like to go really crazy. I like to change it up a bit, make the car stand out, because this from factory, this car is very aggressive. After the carbon fiber rear spoiler, we're going to talk about this sticker that I added. So guys, on the Type R's in Canada, in the UK, from the factory, it came with these VTEC turbo stickers. So for the Type R, yes, it has VTEC and it has turbo as well, which is pretty dope. They finally brought a Type R that comes from the factory with a turbo, and it has VTEC as well. We've been waiting for this for years, and definitely guys, this is definitely an iconic car. So definitely I had to get that sticker. So it's pretty dope. I have a video on all these mods installing this. They even have like a little triangle right below the window on how to line up the sticker so it can sit perfectly too as well, which is pretty dope. Carbon fiber license plate frame. So guys, this thing is made out of carbon, which is pretty dope, and it's a custom carbon fiber plate, and it has my YouTube channel and it has my Instagram, which is pretty dope as well. And guys, I also have these Mugen license plate bolts, and it says Mugen Power, as you guys can see, which is pretty dope as well. That is dope. Now let's talk about the wheels, guys. The wheels that I went with are the Yokohama Avan GTs. These wheels are super concave and super aggressive. So I'm gonna let you guys know the spec of the wheels as well. So let me show you guys the fronts, because the fronts are my favorite with these Brembo calipers. As you guys can see how concave it looks from the side, and it looks crazy. These are the Yokohama Avan GTs in machining and metal black. These are 18s by 9.5 with a plus 35 offset. These things are very aggressive. 35 is the highest offset that I would recommend. The offset is basically, guys, the offset of the wheels. It means how much the wheels stick out past the fender. And guys, 35 is like perfect with the fender. It is like perfect with the fender. Any number lower than 35 is definitely going to stick past the fender, and it's going to look crazy. So I really like the 5-spoke design on the Type R. It definitely makes the car looks very aggressive. Look at that. That looks very aggressive. It looks crazy. So I love this 5-spoke design. It is very easy to clean these wheels, to maintain the wheels and everything, especially with how it's very tedious to wash and dry the car and blow it off, etc, etc. The 5 spokes definitely catches your eye. So one thing I like about these wheels is the middle face is like a silver, a dark little silver. Depending on the light, it lights up a little bit, and then when it's in the shade, it gets a little bit dark. And then the lip has like a CNC polish face lip to it, and it looks freaking crazy rolling, guys. It looks dope. Nice little touch to it. And as you guys can see from the fender, it sits perfectly right there with the fender. As you guys can see, looks crazy. And the tire, I'm gonna go over the tire here in a second. Even the rear, when you look at the rear of the car as well, it sits perfectly with that fender. And this is the natural camera that you have when you lower it as well, so that is pretty dope. The other thing that I did was these rod guards. So one thing I like about these rod guards is they're adjustable, so you can even turn the wheel and install these rod guards right away. And if you guys look closely, you can also slide these rod guards left to right depending on how wide your wheel is. So when you install these, you can just slide them to all the way a little bit more. You can even make the holes a little bit bigger and slide them even further, and basically you have that extra protection with your aftermarket wheels from rocks and stuff kicking up as well. Because as you guys can see, when the rocks kick up, they're actually gonna hit that rear kind of like over fender piece back there, so you want to have that extra little bit of protection. And a lot of people don't really notice them on the car until you walk up on it. And when you look on the side back here, guys, it's actually a carbon fiber. I will post the link of the name of these rock guards. I always forget the name of them, but these are some dope rock guards, and they blend in really good. A lot of people don't even notice there's rock guards on the car. And you can do the same thing with the rear. You can slide them left to right, how much more you want them to stick out. I got them perfectly like that, with a little bit of the tire poking out, so you can see the tire rolling from the rear, and people can see, oh man, this guy's got some nice meaty wheels on here. So the next thing I want to talk about is, you guys know what the wheel spec is. Now the tires are 265 35 18. So these are summer tires, guys. I wanted to go ahead with these aftermarket wheels, throw some summers on there so I can get all the traction that I need, and 265s is perfect for this wheel setup, and 18s as well. Definitely looks very meaty. These summer tires work amazing, and these are Yokohama Advent Apex V601. So these are new tires that basically just came out from Yokohama as well, and they are very good. They're really nice. The road is pretty quiet, pretty smooth. The ride quality is amazing on them. They hug bumps and stuff really good. The corner is really nice, and it's an amazing summer tire as well. The thing that I want to talk about, guys, is what the car is lowered on. So the car is lowered on springs. This video, but you guys are probably wondering, oh, how come I didn't do bags? So guys, I wanted to keep my same drive modes, which you have comfort, sport, and R plus mode. So the next thing was springs to keep that dampening, because when you switch to those modes, you get different types of stiffness. So that's pretty dope. What springs I went with was the Swiss springs. They're really nice setup, not bad at all. 1 inch drop, all even, and it's just like perfectly right above the tire. It looks good. So I moved the car from over there because they're about to play baseball. So I'm gonna go over it one more time. This car is on Swift springs. It's a 1 drop on each side, even. So it sits perfectly above the tire. There is no more finger gap. It's like maybe like a tiny bit of inch right above the tire. It sits perfectly. It looks amazing rolling, very aggressive. Rubbing, it really depends on the bump. If it's like a big bump or a pothole, you might rub. With these wheels, these tires, it is very narrow. So what I mean narrow is it doesn't go, the tire doesn't go up and down with the rim. It kind of has like a little bubble to the rim, so when it travels up and down, it's gonna have that little curve where when it goes with the fender, it's gonna have that, it's not even gonna touch, which is pretty dope as well with these tires. Definitely, guys, these tires is dope. That's the exterior. I have a few little mods that I want to do for the rest of the exterior. This car is like 99% almost done. It's pretty dope, and I'm excited that my vision for this car is coming to life. All right, the car also has aftermarket rear camber arm. So it's basically an arm which when you go get your alignment, you can adjust how much camber the car tucks in the rear. So I added that to I just added that on the car to see if I needed. So what I basically did was I kept the same length for the camber arm for the rear as stock. So basically you put like a screwdriver in each side, compare the same length from stock to the aftermarket one, and then you put it on the car, and then after I lowered it, it cambered in automatically, and I just kept the same factory camber. So that is dope. I really didn't have to adjust anything, which is pretty dope. So you kind of really don't need aftermarket rear camber arms, but I have the adjustability as well. And the camber arms I went with is SPC rear camber arms as well. Guys, let's talk about the interior, and then we're going to talk about the performance mods under the engine. So the interior, I haven't really done much in the interior, but definitely the end of the summer I might change it up a little bit. It's not much. The only thing I added was this WeatherTech mat, so when I come in and out of the car, all the dirt, water, rain, anything collected in this. So when I take this out, all I really have to do is vacuum the edges of the interior of the car, because in the middle it's pretty clean. So it saves me time every single time, and my carpet looks A1 all the time. In my other car, my Honda Civic SI, my carpet looks brand new, and it is 10 years old. It's over 10 years old, which is crazy, and the carpet looks brand spanking new. So guys, definitely get you some WeatherTech mats. I got some on the driver's side, the passenger side down there, so you guys can see, and I also got them for the rear as well, and it looks like that, and it even goes all the way over there over the hump and on the other side as well. The next thing that you guys might have noticed is I have this right here. So this is Honda. It is a tuning software to tune the car. This is what has your tune on there and stuff. That's how you tune your car. I have it plugged in because the new Honda for the Type R, it has Bluetooth capabilities. So basically what it does is it's connected to the port down here, as you guys can see, and you leave it plugged in, and it has Bluetooth, and it connects to your head unit, and you can see all your gauges that way. So the Bluetooth on the Honda connects to your head unit. With your head unit, you can hack your head unit, install the Honda app, and you can use the app to connect to Honda and see all your gauge readings. So that is pretty dope. You gotta love this new technology today, guys. That is really dope. And next thing I've done was put these Dream Automotive seat covers on. So they're black and red. They cover the whole seat and protect it from any type of stuff. Because if you guys don't know, I'll go ahead and take this off right now. This is how the Type R seat looks underneath it, and it has this big bolster getting in and out. Me not rubbing out this little piece right here, this protector gives it that extra protection, and it's gonna keep my seat looking brand new all the time. It also goes down the back of the seat and gives it protection, and goes all the way to the bottom as well. The back is black, which is dope. And as you guys know, with the Type R seats, back here actually is a carbon, has like a carbon cover on the back as well, guys, which is dope. So I got one for the driver and the passenger side, so I can keep it looking neat. Or this is a Honda accessory you can get from Honda, added to your car. This is a Type R door seal, and what it does is when you open up the door, this R lights up at nighttime, and it connects to your whole infotainment center. It has wires and everything that connects and hooks it up. I also have videos on all this, installing this stuff. When you open up the door at nighttime, this red lights up, and if you adjust the brightness of your dashboard, this also dims and get brighter too, which is dope as well. And also, guys, I added this thing right here. If you guys look closely, there is a little light bar right there. When you turn on your headlights at nighttime, this lights up in your interior too. And they have one on the other side, and I'm gonna show you guys here in a second. This is how the passenger side looks. It lights up at nighttime as well. And of course, guys, you got the extra door sill over here, and same thing with this WeatherTech mat over here as well, guys. So very dope. Have the red seat belts that the Type R comes with from the factory. Pretty dope. Got those seat covers, got the same carbon fiber on the dash as well, with that red on the edge as well, which is pretty dope. And I also added another accessory as well, is there's a footwell light down there. So when at nighttime, when you're in the car, you can see like a little red light that bounces on the ground, and while your feet is down there, you can see like a little red light. So that is another addition that Honda, you can buy from Honda too. Honda added to your car, which is pretty dope as well, and it's red to match the car. So I wanted to show you another thing. As you guys can see right here in the middle, I have my phone here. This is actually a wireless charger underneath my phone. So if I turn the car on to the on position, you see it started charging my phone, which is dope, guys. That is dope. It started charging my phone right away. When you take it off, it goes green. When you put your phone on, it is going to go ahead and turn yellow, which is dope. So this is another Honda accessory add-on that you can add. It's a wireless charger that sits right here in the front, which is pretty dope, from Honda. So add it here, it starts charging automatically, which is dope. I wanted to show you guys the app that's connected to Honda, and it shows you all your gauge readings as well. So I wanted to do that. So all you have to do is click this arrow. I already have it set up on here. It's called Honda. Click Honda. It opens up like an app on your phone. It says press to connect, and you guys can see the Bluetooth logo as well right there. Press to connect. It's gonna come up. It's gonna have my phone, and it's gonna have the Flash Pro, because remember that Flash Pro is Bluetooth now. You click on it, and right away it starts reading everything. So as you guys can see, it's showing the car on idling with the RPMs. It will tell me how fast I'm going. It will tell me the PSI on the car, which is pretty dope. Your IET, you have your trim percentage, you have your engine coolant temperature, it has your ignition timing. There's a bunch of other ways you can set it up to read different outputs and stuff like that, but you have everything here. You can check if your car ever gets like a check engine light. You can click the little engine light right here and it will tell you what code it is, and you can clear it right from here as well. Guys, got a little technology. Of course I don't have an engine light on the car, so there's not gonna be nothing there, but that is dope as well, guys. You can clear check engine lights right from here. So after going over all the head unit and amps and stuff and Honda, the next thing I upgraded that in this car was, that's aftermarket, was the lights. Upgraded the lights to LED. As you guys can see, is the map light back there is pretty bright. I updated all of these lights in here as well, even the other side, even the vanity lights. So there's lights in here, and when you open it up, that's upgraded too. It matches perfectly, which is dope. Let's jump to the trunk, guys. Let me show you guys what I got back there. So that's the interior right here. I think I'm missing one more thing back here that I'm gonna show you guys. So back here you have the rear seats. Rear seats come with red seat belts. The other thing I have back here is I have another seat cover by Dream that they make. It has my name on there, but Dream Automotive makes this black seat cover that covers the whole back seat and everything back here, even the front. Same thing like how the seat cover is, it covers the front, the rear, even the back of it, which is dope. So you guys, this is a hatchback and it opens up like a hatch, which is pretty dope. Has a lot of room back here. So I also have this little WeatherTech mat back here. This is actually by Honda, guys. Honda makes this from the factory. You guys can buy this from Honda, and it's this type on there, which is pretty dope. And you also can buy this cargo net. This is a little cargo net where you can tie your groceries down, stuff you're going from one place to another. You can pull the string and you could tighten it up. You could put, I even seen people put like those little square crates that you can fold up, or create like a little crate, and you can use this to tie it down, and you can store supplies in there as well. I've seen people do that, which is pretty dope. I updated this little rear light in the hatch to LED as well, and you could get these backseat protectors as well from Honda as well, which is a nice add-on, which is pretty dope. Honda has probably thought of everything for this car. That's amazing as well. So now when you put your back seats down for more space, and as you guys can see, there's already a lot of space back here, but even need a little bit more length, you can put those back seats down and you have protection on the back of those seats with the back seat protector as well. Some people have been asking me about this. This comes with your Type R from the factory. It's a little cover, so when you close your hatch, it kind of covers the back of the trunk so you cannot see back here, which is pretty dope, because when you put this down, it hides a little bit of stuff back here. And then you also have this extra little cover to slide across like that, and it has like an extra kind of protection so you can hide whatever you have back here, which is dope. I also remembered that I upgraded the reverse light to LED. So as you guys could probably see a little bit with that little yellow in the front, that's the LED. So this is the reverse light. I updated that to LED, and the brake light, I upgraded that to an LED as well. A lot of this stuff from Honda comes with halogens, but I wanted to upgrade that so it could be a lot more brighter when I put the car in reverse and see at night with the backup camera. And because this car is already red, I wanted the light bulb to be a little bit brighter, so when I press that brake, people can see that big bright red. And of course you still got the third brake light down here. If you guys never noticed on the Type R, it still has that third brake light, but definitely with the car being red, I wanted to upgrade that to LED as well. The reason why I bought this car, I went ahead and popped the hood for you guys. So let's start with the exhaust so you guys can see what exhaust I went with. So guys, I went with the Remus. As you guys can see, it says right there, REMUS right there. And it is a 3-tip exhaust, and this polished tip, angle cut chrome, has like a little angle to it. It's really dope. It stands out, it pops when the sun hits it, guys. So the thing about this Remus is also, it is the Remus valve cap back exhaust. So what comes with this is it has a valve in there, and I have a button in the car to have the exhaust completely fully open. It could close like 75%, it could close like a little bit more, 50%, and then the valve will completely close to 100%, and it'll be like completely quiet like stock. I don't know if you guys can see that valve in there, probably can't because it's pretty dark in there, but there's a valve in there. And basically this exhaust just basically has the front pipe that goes from the downpipe, so just the front pipe, and then there's the piping all the way to the back to the muffler, and then it just has the valve. So it has no resonator, guys. So it's basically, it's kind of like a straight pipe with a valve. So you just basically have that muffler and the valve as well. So let me show you guys under the hood where the magic is. Remus valve exhaust is basically a straight pipe with just the muffler and the valves, and the Remus front pipe comes underneath the engine, and this is the downpipe. It connects to the downpipe. So the downpipe is this Dream Automotive hard lag. The hard lag is like this metal shield around it that helps keep the heat down from downpipe, because the hot of the turbo is right here. So guys, I have that Dream Automotive hard lag. It's catless downpipe, so it's definitely opens up the car, wakes the car up by getting rid of that cat, and it freaking screams. It sounds amazing. So I have that. I also have this bigger intercooler down here. You guys can see it says C and R. I have this C and R intercooler. It's a bar and plate intercooler. It definitely is amazing. The ITs drop right away as soon as you start driving. Your ITs is your intake air temperature. So as soon as the car starts driving and it gets that cool air, it definitely, you can see a big difference of that cold air dropping. So the charged air from the air going into the intercooler, it charges the air and helps make the air comes cooler and goes down into the engine, so your car could be running really nice. So that's the R&R intercooler. And I also went with the PRL charge pipes. So the charge pipes, I could probably see it right there, says PRL. I upgraded the charge pipes. So Honda has this flexible one, you could probably squeeze it. This one has like a thick silicone on there as well. So the PRL ones have a thick silicone, so when the air is going through, it's not going to flex or nothing. It's very thick. It's going to pass the air through, and it's not going to get heat soaked from that plastic rubber. So it has the cold side from the turbo that's upgraded, and then it has after the hot, after it goes through the intercooler, that goes down into the throttle body. So all of that has been changed. So far I talked about the Remus catback exhaust, the Remus front pipe, Dream Automotive catless hard lag downpipe, and the CRNR intercooler, parallel charge pipes. And I went ahead and did the intake. I upgraded that to Venturi, and I upgraded the inlet that used to be here from OEM to a Venturi inlet and carbon. So I went with this whole carbon setup because it takes a while for the carbon to heat up, and it's going to have that consistent airflow of cool air. So that is the reason why I went with this whole carbon setup, and it looks beautiful. It looks insane, amazing. So guys, that is basically full bolt-ons. So it's basically, for a turbo car, it's basically you got your exhaust, front pipe, so you got your exhaust, your front pipe, your down pipe, your intercooler. Usually people update the charge pipes, which guides the air into the throttle body down into the engine, and then you have your intake, which you upgrade and put like a bigger filter and stuff like that. And of course, that's full bolt-ons, and then you get your car tuned. So that's basically full bolt-ons. So what else I did in the engine bay is, like I said, that Venturi intake, that Venturi inlet, this it comes with this coupler. I upgraded this to this Rampage 3.5-inch math housing, but if you guys see my previous video, do not upgrade to this. Keep your Adventure carbon fiber. This will be just carbon. Keep that and get that new Honda math sensor. So you'll get rid of the stock one and get Honda's new math one, and you have the extra range to read your air temps, which is dope. And also have this P2P turbo blanket to keep some of that heat down from it getting like it's right above that inlet. So to keep that heat down, I got this little turbo blanket. So as you guys can see, it sits right above it. And guys, when I first installed this blanket with this downpipe, I noticed a complete difference, because usually I would drive my car, come back home, leave it cool off for a while, then I'll put my car cover on it, and after I put this PTP blanket on it, this thing, you could feel like you stand in front of this grill and you could feel the heat coming out of it. After I got that blanket, the heat, you could barely feel anything. The heat was down and everything. So definitely that was a big must. It definitely helped keep that heat down compared to the OEM one. It's just basically a shield that sits right above it, and of course the heat can get out of it. So this is a must. I upgraded these bolts to a titanium kind of look so it can match that Rampage math housing. I also got this Blitz strut bar as well, guys. So it's just a little strut bar to help with the corners and flexing. It really doesn't do much for the car. It's basically looks. It helps with probably body roll a tiny bit, but I really haven't noticed much of a difference. And I also have a catch can back there, as you guys can see, by Mishimoto as well. So that is pretty dope. So any type of blow by, you could just unscrew it from the bottom. It will catch the little oil that might be in the intake area, and I could dump that oil out, screw it back in when it's time to do oil change. So that is pretty dope, guys. So that is basically engine mods. What I made on this car was basically on Honda with all these bolt-ons. I made 370 horsepower and I made 377 torque. Yes, guys, that's crazy. I made more torque than horsepower, so I make almost 400 torque on a front wheel drive car. This car is amazing. What other Honda you know that makes more torque than horsepower? So that this new Type R is amazing. This car is made for the track. It is an amazing track car. I take it on the back roads, and this car blows my mind. When you're driving in the corners and you're giving it gas, the car feels like it's pushing you through the corner. It's amazing. You can hear the car spooling up through that corner, and then when you get on the gas and get out of that corner, it launches you out of the corner like a weapon. It's amazing. So guys, that's it. That is pretty much it. You guys can see underneath the hood, when the air comes in, it goes through the sides. That little cover right there from the sides goes through the fender, and it comes out of the side and goes through the side of the car, through the back wing, and puts down forward. So this car has a lot of aero as well, guys.